Hi guys. Hello, hello. So Leos, you guys are up first. This is the supermoon message, and this is the one where since our supermoon is brighter and bigger, it's going to show stuff brighter and bigger. So that is exactly the question. What is the big ticket item? What is the thing that becomes more visible? We've got a 2 of cups in the reverse. We've got a king pentacles upright, and we've got the 9 of cups upright. To put it simply, it appears that our Leo is saying, I'm aware that there could have been a false twin flame that is being pretty swiftly replaced by a sense of, if someone that I thought was my forever person didn't turn out to be, it means that there's somebody else out there that is my forever person. And until then, I'm living my best life as a single individual. There's a sense of confidence, a sense of abundance. There's no crying over spilled milk. There's no lost energy, no tragic energy here. This is super positive, super positive. We got the Hanged Man, we got the 10 of Swords, and we've got the Leo energy of the Strength card here. Very beautiful. The Piscean energy of like emotions that are there. Our characters looking at things through a different lens. So on the supermoon, they're just like, hey, what I've recognized is sometimes a situation that we thought was going to be our everything, it's disappointing that it doesn't. Maybe it was a one-sided thing. Maybe the Leo would have been willing to give a ton to someone, and that someone wasn't on the same page as Leo, but the Leo's okay with it. They're seeing it through a different lens. They're saying, yes, but as I have to let go of certain things, because something that is going to be my perfect match is going to be someone who really wants to be in a connection with me in the same way I want to be in a connection with them. I want someone equally as strong as I am. I don't want to have to chase someone and convince them that it's safe to love. I want someone who is as strong and proud and powerful as I am, who would, not be afraid of romance, who would be super stable, someone who's already, they believe that they are enough alone and therefore they are capable of loving me equally. That's what I want. That's and anything less than that, and I understand that's probably why something didn't work out. So those are the ones to let go of. I will say this: when I got my puppy, the kind of this, at least for blue healers, the kind of advice sometimes that they give when you meet a litter of puppies is a puppy that comes up and is curious about you, that's a pretty brave little pup. And a puppy that runs away and is kind of fearful, let them run. Don't go chase that puppy and try to make that one your pup. Let them run. They have a fear. Don't force something that's scared. Instead, go for the one that walks right up to you and roughs at you and sniffs you. And I will say, when I got my Aries, that's the first thing he did is he kissed my chin. um, and it was just like so perfect. But with this in mind, I gotta say that the Leo doesn't chase anybody that runs. They are very much aware that someone maybe hid themselves from Leo. Leo knows that. They also know that they hid from a connection. This is the 7 of Swords is Leo is just kind of reflecting, I think, and they're recognizing that with this 10 of wands, somebody didn't really want to work through their own fears, and they met Leo, and Leo was strong and brave, and they weren't ready to face their own shadow side or whatever they perceive was their shadow side. So instead, it's kind of like Leo knows better than to carry that burden and transfer it onto their own back. They're letting go of someone and saying, it's all right. I trust that the person who is right for me, that's the person that will show up in my world. We got Strength card in the reverse. Again, this energy of acknowledging that if someone is scared, they aren't reflecting back in me. In fact, somebody might have wanted to avoid eye contact or something with Leo at one point because they were afraid that Leo would see that they were the exact reverse. You notice how this person is hiding away from the mirror. And the twin flame energy, they say, is kind of like a mirrored energy. I think that this Leo is recognizing someone didn't want to face Leo, and because they didn't think that they did mirror the same strength as Leo. I think Leo is just representing it, understanding it. With the Mastery of Cups, if anything, they're kind of saying, I get it and I'm not upset. I feel like Leo's very compassionate about this, recognizing that someone didn't have the same level of courage to be emotionally vulnerable. And I think they are sending that person good vibes. They may be aware that that person is stuck, was stuck, or remains stuck in some kind of a cage. And that's unfortunate, but they really are sending that person the best vibes and just saying, I'm sorry that you're trapped in fear. That's got to be a terrible place to be. But I don't harbor any hard feelings. And I think that's a huge thing for this super moon, for the Leo to be aware of this. We've got mastery of coins. What's interesting is Leo keeps coming across as feminine masculines. Because both of these are actually king cards, but we see feminines on both of them. They did that on 2 of the cards out of the 4 kings and queens. This is somebody who is really like feeling more stable and more secure and more benevolent than ever, because they're aware that everyone is on a different timeline of like growth in themselves. And I think if anything, recognizing this is making the Leo, say 5 of Swords. They're also, I think Leo's having a huge breakthrough, recognizing somebody ran away from me and wanted to put up blockages away from me and wanted to keep me away from them. I'm not going to try to break down their boundaries. Of course not. They don't want me to see where they're stuck. I get it. I'm not going to try to knock down those doors, knock down those walls. I get it. I'm not going to feel hostile toward them though, even though they were hostile toward me. They were in protective mode. I get it. So what's our final message here? We have got the 6 of Wands in the reverse. It's more like, it's just unfortunate that someone doesn't have the same level of confidence. And I think that that's where Leo lets this be. They don't let an ending reflect on them. They don't let something upset them. They go ahead and they let this person be who they are and not challenge them and not try to force them or insist like, no, I'm safe. You're safe with me. You can love, you can feel good enough. Let me help you feel good enough. I think this Leo says, I know better than to do that. That's the thing they're going to resist the most. I get it. I let them go. I release them with love. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think that's a huge message. That's it's really gaining closure on something. And during the supermoon, that might be just it. That the Leo has to really get closure for themselves and allow something to exit their life so that new King of Pentacles can come in. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you do enjoy the channel, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. I will see you in the next fictional storytelling. I'll be away for a day or 2, so we won't have another Leo specific read for just a little bit, other than a short that'll come out tomorrow. I might try to get one bonus in for you guys, but I don't know that I'll make it before Sunday. All right, so hang on until then. Bye for now, guys. All right, next up, Sag is coming in at 7:55. All right, so Saggies, this is a supermoon message. This is the one where, supermoon is bigger and brighter. So what is the thing that's biggest and brightest? What is the biggest message? We got a high priestess in the reverse. This is big reveal. We have something that was previously subtle, not so subtle anymore. We have, there's a big energy of laying down burdens, or certainly there's an awareness of what burdens need to be laid down. But sometimes this can also reference a character that is unwilling to look at what needs to be laid down, so they cling to something. Now, there's a time of growth, though. I feel like our Sag is aware that it's going to take time before someone is fully healed, before they forgive themselves. I think it's becoming really obvious that this is a long project. This is not a quick like epiphany moment and then someone's going to be all ready to rock and roll. Yeah, we got the Devil. I'm thinking that this is probably not Sag at all, but rather somebody that Sag is just kind of, they're recognizing, wow, feels very much like the Leo story that I just did. But it looks like, sorry guys, my asthma's still kicking up. It looks like Sag is very aware that someone hasn't fully reached that place of, comfort zone in themselves. They haven't reached that place of peace and harmony. They haven't reached that place where they really feel like they've broken free. They're still in the midst of some kind of dark night of the soul. And I think that Sag is just aware of that and is saying, okay, I get it. I get it. Yeah. Knight of Cups in the reverse. And this is possibly why the Sag says, I get it now. This is why somebody's not stepping forward. How could they? They're still in the midst of a pretty big journey. They're still struggling with whatever thing is pulling them down. But for Sag is in a whole different vibe here. They're not burdened by the same things. They're free, and maybe they're feeling more grateful than ever that they are free because other people are going through pretty big struggles. Sag isn't. They're turning their attention to the beauty of their own life, the fact that they are in a different place. They've already done some work on themselves, perhaps. Princess of Wands says Sag is basically, I think, turning their energy down a different direction. It's like they're putting their train on a different set of tracks because they understand someone is not in a place where they can join them at this moment, but that doesn't mean that they don't keep moving forward. This is the beginning of a new journey for Sag. This could be somebody's, like Sag is pursuing different interests, different hobbies. They could be traveling. They could be setting their sights on things that they need to achieve for themselves. They're not letting somebody else who can't join them be the reason that they themselves don't progress, don't, pursue the life that they want to live, because every person is kind of on a different journey. That's what this says. Every single person is on a different journey, different place in their journey as well. Sag doesn't stop. They go ahead and it's nice that they recognize not to wait for someone who still has a long way to go, but neither are they like bitter about this or, like feeling like, oh, why isn't that person ready? It's really nice that Sag is just in a place of contentment and even joy, knowing that they're in a different place and that's okay. So very cool. Sag, thanks for being here. I will see you guys again as soon as I'm back. I'll be away for just a day or two. Thank you for giving this thumbs up and subscribing. I'll see you guys shortly. All right, Aries, you guys are coming in next at 11:48. Aries, happy full moon. This is the super moon, the last of the year, and so it's the biggest and brightest. So what's the biggest and brightest message? Wheel of Fortune. Aries, we got huge change on the horizon. We've got a wonderful energy of shift, of success, of like fortunes coming back into Aries world. We've got the Hermit, Virgo energy. We've got the High Priestess, and we've got the Three of Pentacles. There could be someone on the horizon that could be unexpected, that enters into when the Wheel of Fortune turns, everything shifts, right? The Wheel of Fortune, because we're in a different place energetically, different people enter into our world. The same way, like if we work in a different career path, we meet different colleagues, different coworkers. If we go out to a different restaurant, we're going to sit next to different patrons or meet different waiters and waitresses. We're going to be in a different neighborhood. We're going to meet different people that live in that neighborhood when we move to a new location. Everything brings in a shift here, and there could be a very wise individual. There could be someone who could be of great consequence right now. This could be a person that our Aries might wind up working with. It could be someone who becomes a mentor. It could become a romantic partner, but I think this is a lot less about that and more about a spiritual, equal or confidant, or even somebody that introduces Aries to some like gift that they personally possess, encourages them to develop that. This could be a really wise individual that kind of, I keep feeling like it's a teacher, someone who is able to like give Aries a little bit more feedback about like, hey, you're really talented with this. You're really skilled in this. You should pursue that. You've got a gift. This could be somebody who like starts taking Qigong classes or martial arts or something. I'm just suggesting different Asian modalities because we do see the yin yang here. But it could be somebody who's like, I see a lot of people that have a lot of potential, but you have extra potential, that they could just simply like help this Aries recognize some things that they've known they have within themselves, but they hadn't really been encouraged to like express it before. I don't feel like this is about romance. I feel like this is about friendship, mentorship, teachers, but it's all about bringing the best out in themselves. We do have a Queen of Pentacles in this journey of like bringing one's innermost gifts to the forefront, again, it could put Aries on a bit of a different path where they wind up meeting different people. And there could be a wonderful friend or a wonderful romantic partner up ahead in the form of this Queen of Pentacles. This could also represent a skill set that Aries has that's been a little bit dormant, is encouraged to come to the forefront, and they could turn this into a business opportunity. That can also be the message here. The bottom line is there's beneath the surface, this Aries has skills they have not yet brought to the surface, and they are becoming more aware of it. 10 of Swords, it's definitely about, like, you notice how a door is open and the door leads to the cosmos. Someone has been inside of a space and they really haven't come out and given their, like, let themselves shine as brightly as what they can and really enjoyed all the success that is available to them. I think that this Aries is undergoing like a change where they're going to be expressing gifts and skills that have always been within them that previously have not been very expressed. And it kind of looks like they're aware that it's their time to do this. That's really beautiful. There's a lot of sense of freedom, sense of expansion, and sense of like really stepping into one's own power. I loved it. All right, you guys, thank you for being here. If you do enjoy the channel, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. I'll be back around on Sunday. Up until then, I'll just have pre-recorded a couple of videos for the next 2 days. So thank you guys for being patient with me while I'm away. Bye.